All right, you ready for the big reveal? Sitting here in my cramped little studio, which is actually my son's closet. There's his room. There, I've taken the veil off. This is really behind the scenes. So I've got a table and my machine set up in here. And I've got another machine right down here on the floor doing work. So I am multitasking. This little machine on the floor is exporting and uploading simultaneously. So I'm exporting clips, preparing them to be uploaded, and uploading. So this little thing is working like crazy. And then over here, this is also uploading. You probably can't see all that, but this machine is also uploading clips to be, they're scheduled. I'm scheduling ahead. I have so much footage that I'm just starting to schedule ahead. I'm organizing on this computer and uploading. Basically, the organizing is the scheduling. I'm creating folders for weeks, and within those folders are folders for days, and within those folders are anywhere. Right now, I'm averaging about 5 clips a day, but I imagine it'll probably get up to 10 clips a day or something at some point soon. So I am slaving away. It's hot right now. We don't have air conditioning. We don't have central air. I've got 2 fans going. I've got one fan right there and one fan over there blowing straight on me. So a little more explanation about how this is going to unfold. I hope this poster back here isn't a problem. I took my son when he was 3 years old to this concert. This was an orchestra performing this music. My son was 3 and he was riveted. It was late at night. This is a total aside. You're going to get some of this. He was riveted. He thought he was going to see, the movie. He was 3 years old, 3.5 maybe. And it started at like 8 p.m. 3.5-year-old kid who was expecting to see a movie walks in and he's like, "What?" They had some visuals on behind it, but they had an orchestra pit and Anthony Daniels, and it was an hour and a half, 2 hour concert, and he was riveted the whole time. He didn't fall asleep. Okay, so what I'm doing, sorry, what I'm doing here is getting as far ahead as I can for the YouTube channel. I'm trying to schedule and upload maybe a month's worth of content, initial content, partial content, within the next week, so that I can get to editing. Right, I'm my own assistant editor. I don't have an assistant. I haven't actually done assistant editing in over a decade. I've already made some fatal errors. I haven't lost any footage, not that kind of fatal, but I'm trial and error. Assistant editing, it was different when I was doing it. Technology's advanced, so, but I'm figuring it out pretty well. But I have to do all that grunt work up front before I can even start editing. So in a previous video, I mentioned I haven't even downloaded Adobe Premiere yet, because the software I'm going to use, because it's a free 1-month trial. It's like, if I start that trial before I start editing, why bother? There goes my month. I'll be, well, at least a week of that time. I want to get to editing. I want to get you some really interesting content. I want you to see what I'm working on. But let me just tell you, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm researching the life of a guy named Soghomon Tehlirian.